To solve the problem of Earth's booming population, scientists have developed a groundbreaking human shrinking technology. A 5-foot-tall man can now be directly shrunk to a few centimeters tall. Remarkably, the annual waste produced by over 50 of these miniature people is less than what a single normal-sized person generates in a day. Moreover, a cookie in the real world is enough to feed a person in the miniature world for an entire month. However, what's most astonishing is that in the miniature world, a luxurious mansion can be bought for just $9.90. As a result, many people are eager to shrink themselves and live a prosperous life in the miniature world. An impoverished couple was instantly captivated upon hearing about this incredible opportunity. Immediately after the press conference, they rushed to register with the staff. However, to be successfully shrunk, one must have all their teeth extracted because the shrinking technology can only reduce organic matter. If the teeth are not removed, the body will instantly burst. Once all the preparations were complete, Nick was pushed into a sealed room. After 2 hours of baking, he successfully transformed into a miniature person. Upon waking up, Nick's first priority was to check on his precious belongings to ensure nothing was lost. Relieved, he called his wife, only to discover that she had abandoned the shrinking procedure midway due to her fear of having her teeth pulled out. Furious, Nick began to yell at her. As the divorce papers arrived, Nick's dream of becoming wealthy also completely evaporated. In the end, he had no choice but to move into an ordinary apartment. To mend the wounds inflicted by his wife, Nick started meeting women there, intending to develop a new relationship. Suddenly, a commotion erupted from the apartment above. Irritated, Nick stepped out onto the balcony to investigate and started shouting at the roof, abruptly ending his date. This left Nick feeling desperate once again. Left with no other option, he directly approached his upstairs neighbor and joined the party they were hosting. There, he encountered an old friend who expressed that the sole reason for coming to the miniature world was to become rich. If even this modest wish couldn't be fulfilled, then the only thing shrinking brought was disappointment. These words struck Nick's heart once more. He attempted to numb himself with alcohol, and after downing 2 bottles of red wine, in his dazed state, Nick thought he caught a glimpse of his wife. It wasn't until the next day, when the cleaner came to dispose of the trash, that Nick was found sleeping on the floor. At that moment, a question suddenly occurred to him. Why was he still working despite having already arrived in the miniature world? A wealthy man beside him explained that he came here to conduct better business. In the real world, a $30 cigar could be divided into 2,000 portions here, allowing them to sell it for hundreds of times the profit, no matter how they priced it. Nick instantly had an epiphany. Making money could be this simple. Just then, a cleaner with an inconvenient leg walked up the stairs behind them. Having studied massage, Nick decided to take a look. After a thorough examination, Nick discovered that the problem lay with her prosthetic leg. To help the cleaner repair her prosthetic, Nick had no choice but to accompany her back to her home. However, upon arriving at their destination, Nick realized that even in the miniature world, such severe wealth disparity existed. The story ends here. If such a remarkable technology existed, would you want to shrink yourself? The name of this movie is Downsizing.